Right, the beauty of doing just quick rough and ready videos, no editing, is that you can just pick up a camera whenever you want and start talking. And we're going to be looking at the T-Rex today. So this is the trunk of the one that got badly damaged over the cold winter, but we can see there's a couple of growth points right low on the trunk, right at the bottom. So not totally dead. But this is the one that's always sent out loads of pups for me. The other two I've got in the garden never popped once. And that, I believe, is down to root disturbance. Because this area I quite regularly swap, put new plants in over the summer, so I'm always sort of digging out around the root area. So as soon as you disturb the roots, that's when you're going to start, you damage your root, and that basically sends up a pup. So I'd imagine this year already I've probably dug up 6 around this area, which I've potted up, and I'll leave them for a year until they fully recover from the dig up, because sometimes they take a while. And I will say, for me, I don't bother or leaving them a certain amount of time. You can dig them up when they're just tiny one leaf, or you can dig them up when there's 3 or 4 leaves. In fact, they take better when they're small. As soon as you see that first little leaf, I've got one here which I only just spotted the other day. So we've got one here which is literally just 2 leaves, and that will recover and take to being potted up a lot easier than if you've got one, twice the size with loads of leaves. That you're not gaining anything from letting them get some size. What the thing is, though, you never know what the root is going to be. But obviously, the bigger the plant, the more shock it'll go into, because you're going to have to cut off more leaves and to balance out, as it were, the lack of roots. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever even lost one from digging them out. So any size, smaller the better as far as I'm concerned, and they'll take. Just keep them well watered, keep them warm, obviously depending on the time of year. I normally do it in the spring. As soon as they start popping up, I pull them out, and then yeah, by the next year they're fully rooted in the pot and pushing out loads of growth. And you can do, pot them up, put them in the garden where you want them, or give away, sell, whatever you want to do with them. But yeah, I would give them plenty of time, a good year, to get established in the pot before you move them. And the point is, they're going to pop up where you don't want them, basically. That you can guarantee that. So again, a good thing is to pot up, and then you can have them the next year and put them in your desired position, rather than just letting them randomly pop. I mean, occasionally I'll let one go, and I have got one very small one, but one at the back here, which last year popped up. That's showing up due to the shadows there, but that is the one that actually pushed out a variegated leaf last year. But that's why I didn't touch that one. But no variegation since. Anyway, so on the line of saying they pop up where you don't want them, I sort of neglected this sitting area a bit, and there's a few weeds coming in the cracks like they do. I did notice the other day, I don't know how I didn't see it before, but yeah, we've got a T-Rex. Let me get out in the shadow. Tetrapanax popping up right here, and already, quite a vigorous one. So I was about to see if I could pull that out without having to pull out the slabs, because these are concreted in, so there's this sand in between the cracks, so hopefully the root run will be along there and I can pull it out. But regardless of that, it doesn't matter, that's going to come out anyway. But yeah, on closer inspection, when I was looking at the weeds, Another two here, look, Tetrapanax. Obviously been stood on at some point, we've snapped the top off that one. And there's literally two together there, and another one there. So they, like I say, they pop up where you don't want them, but it's not a bad problem to have, because if you're not fussed, you can just actually yank them out. They're soft. They're not, you know, don't get a hard trunk until they get a bit of size on them. So when they're small, they just pull out easy. And yeah, pull them out, chuck them in the bin, or pot them up, whatever you choose to do. I think it'd be a bit of a crime to chuck them out, but right, so let's do this live on the camera, and we'll see. So I've got no intention of pulling up the slabs here, so all I'm going to do is gently pull it, and if there's any roots with it, bonus. If they're in, then yeah, that'll be one for the bin. But again, if you do dig something up this size, personally I would cut all the leaves off, maybe just leave this little leaf, and obviously the freshly emerging one, just to give it a chance to, otherwise that will just drop all its leaves anyway. There's not enough root to sustain the amount of leaves. Right, let's give it a little pull and see what we're looking at. Yeah, we're gonna kill this one. Let's try the other hand. Yeah, no chance. The root was too hard. I was hoping if because this is just sand in here, that might have just rooted along the actual line of the slab, that would have come out. But yeah, no chance with that. That's gonna, we'll just have to keep on top of that and keep pulling it out as it grows. Shame, always worth a try. So these ones will be exactly the same. They're very small. Saying that, there you go, look, might have struck a winner there. Very small plant. Am I getting this in frame? Let me swap to my other hand, because I normally do this right-handed. Alright, so this is a better scenario. So with right small plant, and we've pulled it out, and we've got a lot of, I won't say a lot, but we've got some nice little roots on that, so that'll go straight in a pot, well watered. I won't even bother cutting any leaves off that, because they're so small, and there's a reasonable amount of root with that, meaty roots, so that can go be potted up straight away, and by next year we'll have a nice little plant. So let's see, we can try again. So there's two separate plants here, which may be on the same root system. Obviously they are, because this one's come out that way, but let's give it a little swap hands again. Yeah, see, look, that one, no roots on that. And the last one, it's probably going underneath the slab at this point. So it's just literally growing in the sand here. I'm not going to get that without some sort of, I can't get my fingers in there. But what I will do is, obviously once the camera's off, I'll stick something in there and see if I can wedge that out, and if it's got any roots. What we will do is, I mean, we'll just put all three little things in a pot, and I mean, it's got no roots on it, but you've got nothing to lose. Rather than chuck it out, just stick it in a pot and see what happens. There's a node on the side, so maybe that's enough energy in it to produce a root or whatever. Nothing to lose. Right, so out of that, I'm sure we'll get one anyway, which would have just gone in the bin, being this, you know, just grown as a weed basically. So another free plant. Right, let's leave it there. Thanks for watching.